Hey y'all, this is Mr. Smith. Today we are graphing quadratics. Again, this video is meant to go hand in hand with your calculator inactive example. So this example follows the printed notes pretty much to a T. But anyway, in this example we're graphing f of x is equal to 4x squared minus 8x plus 7. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide this up just a tad bit. Alright. So remember, whenever we're graphing a quadratic, we want to go ahead and label our A, our B, and our C. So remember, it's always ax squared plus bx plus c. So we know our A term is 4. We know our B term is negative 8. And we know our C term is 7. Once we find our ABC, we want to go ahead and find our axis of symmetry. And the formula for that is x is equal to negative 1 parentheses b all divided by 2a. So we end up with x is equal to negative 1, and now we're going to plug in our b, which is negative 8. We'll divide by 2a, and a is 4. So negative times a negative is a positive, so we get a positive 8. 2 times 4 is 8. And we know 8 divided by 8 is 1. So we know our axis of symmetry is 1. So remember, our axis of symmetry is part of our vertex. So we know our x value of our vertex is 1, and now we just find the y value. So to find the y value, we're going to plug in 1 in for x into our equation. So I'm going to write 4x squared minus 8x plus 7. And everywhere I see x, I'm going to plug in 1. So we have 4, and then we have 1 squared minus 8 times 1 plus 7. So we have 1 squared is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Again, I did the exponent first. And then we have negative 8 times 1 is negative 8. Then we have plus 7. So 4 minus 8 is negative 4. And then negative 4 plus 7 is 3. So we know our y value is 3. So our vertex, whenever we're making our XY table, we always want to put our vertex in the middle. So we have 1 and 3. And, you know, oftentimes I like to put the little box in the middle for that one. And then we have 0, negative 1. And then we have 2 and 3. So I'm going to go ahead and plug these values in. So I'm going to plug in 0 first. And again, I'm just completing my y value so I can graph it. So let's do the first one up here. So when x is 0, we have 4x squared minus 8x plus 7. So we have 4, we have 0 squared minus 8 times 0 plus 7. 0 squared is 0 times 0, which is 0, and then 0 times 4 is 0. So put a 0. 8 times 0 is 0. Bring down 7. 0 minus 0 is 0. And 0 plus 7 is 7. So I'm going to put 7. So let's go and do negative 1. 4 times negative 1 squared minus 8 times negative 1 plus 7. So negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Negative 8 times negative 1 is a positive 8. I'm going to go ahead and bring down the rest of the numbers. 4 plus 8 is 12. And 12 plus 7 is 19. So we know this is 19. Hopefully we realize by now is that these numbers are going to repeat. But like I tell y'all, you should go ahead and do these values to make sure you didn't make a mistake on here, especially on a test and you have time. So I'm going to rewrite this. So we have 4x squared minus 8x plus 7. And let's do x is equal to 2. So we have 4, and then we have 2. Plug that in for x. Then we have 2. So 2 squared is 4. 4 times 2 is 16. Then we have 8 times 2 is 16. 16 minus 16, 0. And 0 plus 7 is 7. Bam. So that checks off. So that is good. That is good. And then we're going to do when x is equal to 3. So again, we use the same equation, 4x squared minus 8x plus 7. And if you notice, every time I'm writing the base equation, please don't take shortcuts. When you take shortcuts, that's when you tend to make mistakes. Again, I'm just plugging in 3 for x. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. And then we have 8 times 3, which is 24. And then we add our 7. So now we have 36 minus 24 is 12. And 12 plus 7 is 19. And that check off. So now we're all set. So now what we're going to do is plot our points. So I'm going to go to my table. I'm going to slide this up. There goes our nice little coordinate plane. So I'm going to plot my vertex first. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So we have 1, 3. So I go to 1, and I go to 1 on x, and go to up 3. I'm going to go to 2 to the x. I'm going to go up 7. So I'm going to go 2 to the x and up to 7. So there's 5, 6, 7. It's right there. I'm going to go to 0 on the x. I'm going to go up to 7. 0 up to 7. We're going to go to negative 1 on the x and up to 19. Negative 1, 19. Negative 1. Go up to 19, which is right about there. And then we have 3, 19. So I'm going to go to 3 on the x. I'm going to go up to 19. And then from there, you can see the shape of the parabola. And I'm just going to connect it. And then draw my arrows up there. So we know this is called a parabola and it's concave up. And that's all it pretty much is to graphing a quadratic. Again, I hope this video helped.